So, that's gonna have to be redone. Not redone. Fuck that. But I didn't finish, and it was like an offcut, and I'm really sorry for that. But basically, the kid that I originally talked to, the friend that came with him to pick me up, ended up talking to me more and like being nice to me more. And I know it's also because this kid had to go run around a lot of people, but it was really fun either way, and weird, and silly, and I just don't know. It was very much so silly, but it was really fun, and they were really wonderful, and it made me happy because they're all silly and like friends. Like they didn't feel creepy, but nice. My brain's just like shifting into thinking about different things. I'm like, oh. And I'm just spaghetti. Ow. I'm just absolutely batshit fucking spaghetti. And then I also thought that it was a really good idea to go downstairs and get high. And I was like, why did I want to do that? I want to fucking shoot myself in the face. Yeah. I didn't want to do it, but like I wanted to at the same time. Cause well, it was really fun, and then the drunk feeling felt funner. And I'm like burping up cookies. I am so sorry. Well, the drunk feeling felt like good. It like didn't feel fun once I had gotten home and was alone again. Once I got home and once I felt alone, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, I guess. And I kind of wanted to wreck it, the feeling. It was like happy drunk, and now I'm like, no, it must die. And I'm probably gonna have to sleep soon, so I will upload both of these tonight. Because I can do that from my fucking phone. Like, holy shit. How cool is that? But I feel fucking disgusting and I feel really gross, so I don't know about anything anymore. But today was really fun. Huh. Weird. I feel like I just got more information in my life out than I normally do, but I don't know, because I'm actually just like glitching out so hardcore right now. Like, the faster I speak, the less actual things I get out, and yeah, or maybe my brain's just glitching hella hardcore, and time and space do not matter anymore. I have no idea. But I need to sleep soon because my brain is like... Ew. I'm like trying really hard to open this bottle, but my arm's not squishing it hard enough to my chest, and so like I'm turning the lid, but there's no grip on anything else. It's just spinning and the lid's on really tight, and I fucking hate everything right now. This is not helping. Oh, got it. Watch me dump it on myself. No, thank you. Lid, go back on. That was really hard to do. I don't know. Okay, so I fucked up this hand trying to, like, hack wood with an axe. Ew, it got, like, okay. This hand I hurt really badly, actually. I, like, twisted a muscle or some fucking thing from hacking firewood up. And so when I do certain things with this hand, or like flatten and push, or even like sometimes like lift certain things a certain way, it'll like, you know, like only lifting certain things that way. And then they tell you, oh, don't like do that, like that's the joke, so don't do that. Well, that's shitty because you kind of have to do that for certain things in life. And, yep. I thought about that because I was trying to twist my knob off with one hand. Weirdly enough, I am actually genuinely so happy that all my gloomy feelings don't exist and I'm very here in the moment, so now, so much, that this feels weirdly okay. Like, maybe I'm just so fucking out of it, but this feels okay. I mean, I'm not the me that I wish to be so much so, but I'll definitely be able to be the me eventually. And I'm gonna be me. No matter what I am right now, I'm always the me that I want to be. No matter what I am right now, I'm the me that I always want to be. And that me is the me of which does I never changes. Is the me that is inside, that I feel that I am, that I felt that I always was inside. So why am I feeling that the only way that I can feel that way is if I portray the things outside to feel the way that they feel? When they felt the way that they felt inside all the time anyways, until I had to explain the feelings to someone else, and then it didn't make any more sense, and then I just kind of like broke inside, and broke to the pieces of what was never there, maybe because I had to build it up outside, which then became nothing to me, but I liked the me that I was inside, and I just wanted to be portrayed as the me that I've always been, and so I've tried to figure out how to be that me, and I don't know how to be that me anymore, because before I was the me that I was, because I was just happy, and I was okay with being me anyways, and somehow I didn't even fight to become that me. I just became that me. Somehow I always wanted to be happy, and I got that. And then someone was like, they made me feel like a robot in that happy. And I don't know. I just didn't feel like I ever understood human until I met that person and they broke me, and I did not process anything, although they were definitely good for me because I now am much more human than I was then. I would have never, ever done what I did tonight, which is meet a human over a day, talk to them, and then go and hang out with them. And have it turn out completely fine. No one made rape jokes. No one did anything creepy or fucking horrible. No one acted like Kane, and no one acted like Chain, and no one acted like Tristan, and no one acted like Ashley, and no one acted like Ross or Connor or Ash or fucking Ash Nick, whatever. No one acted like any of the people I have ever been around. They acted normal. They acted fucking normal, because they didn't grow up in a town where everything was so hypersexualized that I remember kids like my age, when we were like under 12, being just creepy. I've never had an okay life, because everyone, has been rapey and molesty and fucked up around me, and I never enjoyed it or liked it, but my brain found a way to be okay somehow. Because I never was allowed to play the victim. I was never allowed to be seen as a victim because it was my fault. Always my fault. as a child, as a woman, as anything alive. It was my fault that as a kid, people were rapey and creepy and molesty. Somehow my mother has fucking taken that away from me, and somehow my mother has felt so fucking not there to me, or not there for me, ever. Because somehow I am always wrong, and I am always less than, and I am never, ever good enough. Not as a girl, and not as any kind of boy that I actually genuinely wish to be seen as. Not as anything. Not as me, not as this, not as any of it. I don't exist in the eyes of anyone else because I will never be good enough, not for these people. Not to them. I will never exist as anything other than what they wish to see me as my body, as my flesh, as my blood. I am here as just a fucking illusion to these people, to walk around as a fucking puppet, a fucking, not quite a mask, like a shell that holds an empty soul that couldn't be seen as anything else than this disgusting shell that I live in, and trust me, I would rather cut it away, and I would rather leave it behind. Every time. And man, the amount of times that I have tried, and those people that threw me away brought me back and kept me grounded. And now I am here trying to ground myself to this body that is mine. And I wish for this body to be seen as mine. And these people that I met up with today, from the very beginning somehow, that dude made me feel okay and safe and whatnot. And it was like my choice. And it sounds really stupid to say that the most I've grown is through Tinder. But yeah, because I forced myself to face those douchebags. I brought myself into the place where I know people get treated like shit just for having a vagina. And if you don't act one way, oh man, they ain't gonna have none of that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I went in fighting because I'm not your typical girl. I'm not your typical walking vagina that fucking adapts themselves to be seen the way you wish to see them. I will fight for my place as a boy. I will fight for my... Ugh. I will stand up like a man and I will show you that I am strong and tough. Or that is my goal now, because I was fine, and I wore myself like a badge of fucking honor when I was okay. And I can tell you, now I'm building it back up. Now I'm going, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you see me as, because it's not important anymore. You want to fucking say something about it? I'll fight you. As in, I will put you in your place. I will not let you put me down. I will not let you walk over me or look over me just because I have a vagina and I am technically a woman in your eyes. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done with shitty counselors acting like I don't exist until it's relevant to the situation that I am in. I'm fucking sick and tired of the people in my family doing the same goddamn thing. I'm sick and tired of everyone looking down on me because of what I am to you, not to who I am inside, outside, anywhere. I don't exist because you don't want to see me for anything that I want to be seen as. And I can tell you right now, that's like having a shitty brother tell you you're not allowed to cut your hair, and you're not allowed to be fat, and you're not allowed to be this, and you're not allowed to be that, because you have to be a typical pretty fucking bitch Barbie with hair down to your bloody ass, or you're not perfect, or you're not worth it, because all my life I've been told I need to find a fucking man. Well, maybe I was trying to find myself, but oh fuck, it wasn't good enough for anyone else. Trust me, it never is, and in the end, it never is good enough to you yourself. You wanna know why? Because when you're cut down piece after fucking piece for the person that you are. Not who you want to be, not who you, any of that, who you are. Because that's what you like, that's what you feel like, that's what you feel for, that's what you just exist as. No one wants to respect you, no, because you're not good enough to their point of view. You're not the thing that they think you should be as that. And I can tell you that people from all over the fucking place do it. All of them. I've had trans people still somehow exclude me from the fucking trans thing. Because they don't look at me the same as they look at themselves. I've had people say they're on fucking hormones and then look at me like, but whatever you're thinking isn't good enough, because I'll still tell you, oh, your feminine body's cute. I'm glad that you have this or that or blah blah blah. Oh, well, that's not how I want to be seen. But it's fucking fine for you to ask exactly the same thing. Oh god, I hate people so much all over. Genuinely, tonight, these people just felt like... they just felt kind of okay. A little douchey, but not much so in any kind of mean way. Genuine, almost, people that are, like, trolly and silly and goofy and joke about all kinds of junk. All the shitty memes and whatnot, but they didn't seem like horrible people. Actually, they seemed genuinely good. And I'm pissed off because literally every single person that's always been around me has never, ever, ever felt genuinely good. Or when they do feel good, I know who they are. I know what kind of person they are. I feel it. I do. But it's not my fault that I either cannot pinpoint it, or when I do, no one wants to listen. No one wants to be faced with the fucking truth that I drag out of them. And I'm pissed off about that. But that's a completely different fucking story, because I know I am the fucking god of id. And I know I drag the worst out of people, and they don't want to face their own shit. So all they do is... let the shit hit the fan, and I'm the one that gets covered and fucking broken by these shitty people. As in, they take their shit out on me. And I hate it. And I'm done with those people. Done with them, I tell you. Done. I'm really pissed off, honestly. I'm really fucking pissed off. 'Cause... well, one, actually, around these people, I didn't feel weird being seen as a girl, because they didn't make me feel weird being seen as a girl, that's for sure. They didn't make me feel disgusting, or vile, or gross, or rapeable, honestly. They were chill, and very nice, and very much so not scary at all. They didn't make me feel disgusting, or scared to be a girl. They didn't even make me feel scared of the fact that my pants have giant-ass holes in them. Nope. Like, my mom would make me feel like a disgusting slut, but in all honesty, these pants are like 6 years old, and I just keep wearing them because they're the only pair of red pants I like and that do kind of fit me. And I don't know if they're baggy because they're old or baggy because I've gotten really fucking skinny. I have no idea, because I sporadically eat and or don't eat. And again, I think my bowels are fucking dissolving themselves or some shit. Like, I think my innards are just like... and, anyways, but yeah. These pants back in the day when I was a fat grade 8 to... maybe 10 to 11, I had really chubby thighs, and I would rip the holes in my pants, right, and then it would become a very big fucking gaping hole, and I actually had people younger than me, I will tell you right now, younger than me, be like, easy access, and I just sat there like, what? Like, just ignoring it, shutting it down, not even processing it, and, you know, back in the day, people just kind of left me alone. You know, until it got to a point that they didn't. And that was between Kane and Ross and Ash and Nick, or whatever the fuck the kids, you know, all of that shit, those people broke me and fucked me up. Because I couldn't be okay anymore. It was like anything that I was okay about, because like my brain would literally shut it down and unacknowledge it and make it very, very innocent, and that is how I processed through life and became really happy, is I was just like, Nyeh! And I would just, like, force it to be innocent. Like, I would just be like... and, like, practice of doing that through being friends with Emily and her, like, brother's fucking friend Nick, like, it was shitty. You don't even... You wouldn't even believe how shitty that fucking whole situation was, okay? And... actually, the reason I fucking hated Nick was because I told him a bunch of shit about, like, how, you know... anyone that liked me always had like a girlfriend, or anyone that like went after me, like crap like that. It was like the only time that people liked me was when they were using me as an escape from their own relationship kind of thing. And I wouldn't even acknowledge that or understand it until like it was too fucking late and I had already been used and thrown aside. And I'm talking about like Scott Pilgrim versus the fucking world. He cheated on both of them, okay? That's been my life. I've always felt cheated because I've always been cheated by shitty people like Kane, who wouldn't even acknowledge his, like, he would, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain to you, like, I knew he had a girlfriend and a bunch of this shit, but somehow he just, like, glazed over it and, like, made it all invisible, because when we were friends, it never really was a thing. It was never, like, in conversation or whatever, like, and before, like, when he had his first original shitty girlfriend who, like, stopped him from being friends with me because I just would obliviously be his friend. In all honesty, I would just, like, be his friend and have fun hanging out with this kid because he was someone that actually gave me attention and decided to be my friend, and I enjoyed that, so I would want to hang out with him and shit. Like, honestly, I didn't even realize that I was, like, in love with this kid until hairdressing and shit. Like, it was, from what I can tell, because, yeah. Because I don't think I've seen him anywhere between. Fuck, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't give a shit anymore, okay? I don't give a shit anymore. But either way, I'm fucking wrecked right now. And I don't know why I got into that. Oh, because it pisses me off. Because his original girlfriend, that was a twat. Okay, she stopped him from being friends with me and whatever. But anytime he would talk about her, he'd be like, yeah, my girlfriend. And I'd be like, but she's a person, right? Like, she has a name. And I don't know if people were trying to scream at me hints. Like, oh yeah, my girlfriend. And I'd be like, I don't get it. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Just say her goddamn name. I don't even remember her name at this point. Shit. Why do I want to say, like, Chanel? But that's not it. Maybe it's, like, way off. Fuck, what the fuck was her dumbass name? I don't know. I remember her friend was Alexandria or Alexandra. Actually, I don't even know, because I swear to God I remember something to do with Alexandria, and then because I remember so when she would explain people to her name, she would, like, have to explain to people her name or some shit. Unless I'm, like, really fucking off. But either way, and then, what the fuck was her name? No, I don't know. That's the thing, is because after the shit with Kane to begin with, I just, like, deleted her out of my brain. And then I remember he, like, brought it up again when he was talking about working at the cafe, and then she came in, and blah, 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 blah. And then I was just like, yeah, Stephanie. Shit. Yeah, because he would be like, Steph or some shit. Stephanie. Like, she was, like, cute. And I definitely laughed at her when I seen that she was really fat later in life. Really close to, like, high school generation, because she was, like, walking home with Kane or some shit like that. And I was like, huh, she's fat. Because she wasn't fat, she was just really chubby. Like, she went from, like, scrawny to, like, really chubby. And I remember that, and I remember just being like, that's really funny, because I was very salty and shitty and, like, you know. But yeah, Kane wouldn't even, like, acknowledge her as a person. And then his second girlfriend, he wouldn't even acknowledge as, like, a girlfriend. He would acknowledge her, like, just as a person. And how was my brain to process any of that? Like, it just couldn't. And he took advantage of all of it. He took advantage of everything he knew about me and how I was just a walk-overable puddle. And I also had to deal with Shane and Tristan literally said, oh god, I don't even remember the context of the conversation other than the fact the whole shit was creepy as fuck, and then it comes to this point and I'm just like, holy fuck. The only thing I could literally think of was, yeah, actually, vaginas have a reflex where they can, like, pinch and squeeze just randomly, and, you know, your head would fucking get, like, cut off, and you would die. Because somehow he gets, like, oh, I really want to find a girl where I could shove my head up her vagina, like in Friends, how one of the people has, like, the turkey on its fucking head, and I, like, was walking beside this fucking creep, and I literally was like, this is how I'm gonna die, because of these fucks. Like, you don't even understand how much shit I put up with. This same kid came into the bathroom with me one day because it was a youth festival, and I was one of the workers, and I wanted to change out of the, like, oh fuck, it was like I wanted to change out of my clothes, and the t-shirt to do with, like, youth help, or whatever the fuck it was, like, volunteer or some shit for this, like, spring break festival or some shit they have for the kids, and I was like a kid and a volunteer, and I went to change into a dress because this was my first time ever going to, like, a dance, even though I'd always seen everyone else go to, like, those beach parties or school dances or anything at all. I was never allowed to be anything. I was never allowed to be, like, girl or boy, but I like being boy more, even though I love dresses. If I ever wear a dress, I want someone to say I'm their fucking hot-ass boyfriend. If someone's like, oh, that's a really cute girl in that cute dress, my, like, boyfriend, well, and or girlfriend, although I feel like I'm more likely to get a boyfriend than a girlfriend, but yeah, my boyfriend would have to straight up be like, yeah, actually, that's my really fucking hot boyfriend in that dress. And I would be like, thanks. And, yeah, I'm never gonna back down from that. I'm never backing down from that one thing. They could literally see me as a girl, I don't give a fuck. But what they have to do for me as my partner is they have to say, that is my boyfriend. Because that would make me feel on top of the fucking moon. And you have no idea. But anyways. I don't know what I was just... Oh, shit with Kane is okay. He made me feel like absolute trash. And I had to deal with, like, that fucking shit. And then shit with Tristan and all the other creepy guys. And, like, that's not even, like, a small fracture of the creepy guys that have been around me, but I've just decided to delete out of my brain. I mean, the first guy who was, like, a creepy rapist, actually got shot in some drug war. Or some shit. His girlfriend got hacked up in the back forest, which is funny because before she got hacked up, I remember being on their yard or trampoline, looking up to the sky, we're looking at the clouds, and I go, LOL, that one actually looks like a hacked up, like, female body. And then everyone was just like, oh, you're really silly and morbid. And then, like, later they find out that his girlfriend was actually hacked up in the forest behind their house. Anyways, he actually died because he got shot, and I was like, yep, let's just let dead things die. And I thought that was karma. And I was like, that's pretty good karma. If you're gonna be a creepy rapist, that's pretty good karma. So I'm always just somewhere in the back of my head like, I hope everyone gets their fucking karma. That's why it's funny, because Ashley thinks I threatened her, but really I just went, Ashley, I hope you get your karma. So, I hate all of the people that have ever been around me. They have all been shitty, other than Trevor, except for his, like, really horrible, you know, still doing the horrible, like, sexual ditch and run type of shit. Although it never went that far, but it, like, went that far, but it, you know, like, I can't, yeah. Trevor was just like, after my booty, but he was a really cool kid, and really dope, and fun, and actually did the things that, like, Kane made me feel, which was weird. And then I was just like, lol, no. I actually straight up told him, you know, like, I should never like you. And I was like, you know, first kid I ever actually really acknowledged that I liked, which was after the shit with Kane originally, which was Nick, Emily's brother's friend's best, whatever, like, the thing, right? Well, when I acknowledged that I liked him, which was really fucked up, it was also during a time that I ended up with a stupid spring fling with the shitty, I was, like, in grade 8, and they were, like, or maybe I was in grade 9, and they were in, like, grade 12, and it was really fucked up, and it only happened because Amber McDougal was being really crazy, and I didn't like any of it. But during, like, that time, that was, like, me acknowledging, like, I don't even fucking know anymore, because I just got scattered. But, like, liking and acknowledging, like, people and being around people and not wanting to be around people and not wanting to get touched by people and, like, all this shit is just, like, I don't know, that's the only thing people want from me is, like, they have, like, this lusty shit, and then I'm like, no thank you, I'd rather not, and that's kind of what Trevor did, is, he seemed like a good friend until he just was, like, and I was like, nope, and then I used every excuse to run away, because even though he kind of felt good, I was like, I'm sorry, and I just ran away, and I don't know, this kid and his, like, friends tonight were, like, good and actually friendly and friends, and, like, and, like, I don't know, they were good, and that was nice, because there was literally no anything to do with, like, creepy sexual shit, because I straight up was like, hey man, I want to hang out, just kidding, no I don't, maybe, because I was like, you know, my brain's in this, like, middle area where I'm like, don't hang out, go hide, because, you know, I don't want to get raped or murdered or anything, like, I was straightforward with this kid, and he was like, fuck, and then, like, when he, like, went and fucking dropped off the one kid somewhere or some shit, like, he actually, like, left me in the house with the other kid, and we just, like, chatted, and I was, like, straight up pretty open with this kid, like, I was like, yeah, been around some fucked up people, been some fucked up, and I was like, I genuinely just didn't want to get raped or murdered. And he was like, well, you're throwing some heavy shit at me, and I was like, yeah, I just, just thought you should know because, like, if you're genuinely, like, that one smells gross or indifferent. Kind of fishy, actually. It's just gross. Yuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... They're not, like, gross, though. Like, they're, like, vaguely sweaty and kind of gooey, but not, like, a lot. So they're actually very clean. They just kind of smell gross. But not, like, bad. Like, Andrea would straight up have, like, thick, nasty, and then she straight up tells me, like, oh, that's why her boyfriend doesn't want to kiss her on the neck anymore, and her boyfriend's even said it. And I'm like, honey, please just have a bath and wash your ears. That's really gross. Like, it's not hard to not have them smell disgusting. You just, like, even if they smell a little bit, I'm pretty sure if your, like, boyfriend's hot and heavy and he's, like, fucking kissing your neck or some shit, like, he's not gonna just start chewing on your ear if he knows you have gross plugs. But, like, as long as you're clean, you're not gross, even when you're kind of disgusting. 'Cause as long as you, like, take care of your ears, you'll never get that gross. Sorry, I think I just wanted to change whatever subject. Yeah, like, they're not yucky, they're, like, clean now, because I wiped them on my pants. Yeah. Also, my ears are probably just bad in general, because I don't even twist off the back piece, I just pop them out. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't even know if this will actually post, because originally when I posted my first video about how my tits are very disgusting and I showed YouTube my tits and I was like, these are really gross and why would some bitch post them all over the place? And I was like, fuck her, she's a cow and blah blah blah, I hate Janie and blah blah blah, right? YouTube deleted it. It said this is violence or terms against some shit and I was like, fuck yourself, you're gay, YouTube is shit. And yeah, my, like, original first video got deleted, which was funny because they put a ban on my, like, video limit to, like, 15 minutes, and then I, like, did some shit to verify my account, which I think means that I can then do, like, fucking movies almost, and then I still don't know how to fucking live stream or whatever. It says that it takes 24 hours, but they didn't even link me to how to set it up. It was just like, go live, and I clicked it, and then it took me to a page that went, it takes 24 hours to set up your account for live stream, and then it, like, had some other help bullshit on the bottom with nothing relevant to that sentence, and I was like, why the fuck don't you link me to how to set it up, you dumb fucking moron? Like, I hate YouTube, and I hate a lot of this shit. I don't even go on any social media because I fucking hate the way it's gay as fuck and set up as shit, and I'm just like, punch yourself in the face, you fucking dick muncher. Like, these social media accounts are really fucking stupid because they're all trying to be like one another or they're all bought out by the other person and then they're just adding pieces to whatever, and I genuinely enjoy that things are separate. Although YouTube's been pretty good and not trying to mix with Facebook or Instagram or any of those things from what I can tell. But yeah, so I don't actually know if those will post because it's 3 minutes long. It is way too late at night. I'm feeling really good, and this is why I wanted to do it, because I'm actually feeling really good and kind of okay, I think. And I guess that's what I'll leave everything with, is that I think I feel okay, sort of. I'm not seen as the me that I wish to be seen as quite yet, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know, I did get over it before for the longest time, just telling myself it was like an inside joke, like no one else is on the joke, like I'm the only one in on the joke and that's what's funny, and like so to me I could be like, oh, I'm just a boy, and then it'd be like, oh, you think I'm a girl, you're funny, and I'd be like, joke's on you, not a girl, and like I just kind of like internalize a lot of shit somehow by making it okay somehow in my own brain, somehow, and lately, after the whole factor with Ashley and Kane and Nick and Ross and Connor and who the fuck else? No, I think that's pretty much it. Kind of gay group, alphabet soup group or whatever, but like those people like making me feel safe, having me feel okay and to be who I want to be seen as, even in public, like I just felt like me no matter what. And I felt like even if it's someone, like, I don't know, I just always felt like me. And it was nice because when I was around those people, if they introduced me or said he, people were like, oh, he. Like, they just took it on simply because my friends were pretty chill about it and just, like, calmly, normally put it into sentences instead of being weird about it. And it was very much so nice. And after they all left, I didn't really know how to be me on my own at all. Because I was nobody, and then I felt the confidence to be myself around those people that seemed to love me and seemed to support me. And I'm telling you right now, that is all you need in life, is a little bit of support and a little bit of love. And it's really hard to find that. It is very much so hard to find that. And sometimes you can't even find it. Sometimes you literally have to drag out small pieces of hope from yourself and from whatever you can find to drag yourself forward and to fucking use it to claw out your own space. So yeah, being by yourself and being completely alone and feeling completely alone, even with the people who are around you because they treat you like shit, even in their spare time, free away from the spaces where they treat you okay. If they treat you okay and then think that that is okay to then treat you like shit and not okay, it's definitely not okay, and they are not okay people. They are not good people, and they are not on your side at all. And you feel it. They act like, oh yes, they are there, but they are not. They are not when they are miles away, still turning you down and still putting you down and still ignoring you for the things that they don't want to see. They are not there for you. They're there for the you that they want you to be. They're there for the you that they can only see because that's the shell they put around you as a cage. They will only ever see you as that you, and trust me, I fucking... I want to annihilate every single person that acts like that. I do. But that is not plausible and or possible, and honestly, not worth it. I'd like to punch each and every single one of them in the face to fucking pray to God that eventually they will understand that I am fighting for me, that I wish to knock some goddamn sense into them so that they understand that I am here and I am something, and man, I am trying to dig out my space. But they never see it, no matter what I do, no matter how I bring it up, and I would never really resort to violence. I always try my best. I always try my best to be my best and bring it out. When I speak to them, I really do try. No matter what I say, I'll keep trying, even if it is wrong. Because I wish for them to see me the way I wish to be seen, but they won't. And it doesn't matter which way I say it, man, they won't. Doesn't matter how I say it, how I plead, or how I cry, how I sit on my knees and beg for my life, they won't. They will never ever see me for what I am, because the pain that I feel is never real to them. And I'm kind of sick of it and done. In all honesty, it's not fun. It's nothing. It's bad. It's gross and horrible. And I don't know why I put up with it for so long. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I loved them and I felt some kind of love back. Even when it was that they loved me for what they loved me for, I felt it. But now I do not, because even the things that they loved me for don't exist anymore, and I'm not the fucking puppet that they decided to create. I am the me that I have always wanted to be seen as, and me. And they don't want to see that, and they don't want to fucking acknowledge it. They just go, no, you're wrong, because you're not the me that you were before. Or, you're not the me that, I'm never, ever going to be the me that is trapped inside of their head if they are so closed-minded that I am just caged in there with themselves. And they don't want to get better, and they're never, ever going to see me for anything other than whatever they want to see me as. 'Cause they have this fucking space and time trapped in their own heads. But man, I have always been trying to move forward, and I have always tried to be the thing that I know I am. But to them, I am not. And I hate it because honestly, in most cases, I do feel like a god around ants. Because at least I'm trying my best to be self-aware. Now, I know I'm never going to be so godly-like as that. That is true. But seriously? seriously, around so many ignorant people that are fucking secluded and in their own damn bubble, it's fucking suffocating. It's so goddamn suffocating to want to be seen as the me that I wish to be in a non-malicious way. I just wish to be me where I can be happy, and I love being nice to people. I would never be mean about the me that I wish to be. I just wish to be it. I just wish to be the me that I wish to be, honestly. So I don't get why they can't be themselves. Instead, they have to crush everything that I am with the malicious intent that they have because they can't be themselves. Why would they smother out some other fire instead of using it to light themselves and become something else other than just dirt? Lots and lots of dirt. And not even good dirt either. Not anything that wants to bloom into gardens and fucking flowers and grow. Dirt that is fucking useless. Dirt that just hardens itself, being compacted tighter and tighter under the shoes of many, and it never wishes to grow, doesn't do anything, and just bleh. And honestly, I understand, you do kind of need that help. Worms and things crawl through the dirt and aerate it and all that blah blah blah, which is true, yes. It really benefits someone to have someone. It benefits that person greatly to have someone that is genuine around their side and gives them some kind of love and support, okay? They will show stories of animals and dogs and cats and whatnot that have come back from basically the fucking dead, abused down to bones, or on the side of the road broken to pieces, and yet when they are found and loved and cared for and no one gives up, they pull through. Sure, not all of them make it, but man, a lot of them will show you fucking miracles because of that small amount of love that they received. And, you know, honestly, it's not even a small amount of love. It's a genuine fucking abundance. It's crazy amounts of love. And it's hard. It's hard to be a person that receives none of that. Nothing. Nothing to that degree. And man, when you don't even love yourself, everything rots before you. Everything becomes hard to fucking push through mud. You feel it in your soul that you are rotting from the inside out. When no one wants to find the things that work in your garden, the place that you chose to grow. And I'm saying genuinely, not everyone's freaking mental garden is goddamn the same, okay? Everyone's completely unique and different, because you have to understand that even gardens themselves grow in different places. I mean, there's like desert plants, and then there's like rainforest plants, and then there's all kinds of other in-between plants, you know? They do their own thing. And it's basically like you get to grow your own growth inside of you as whatever. You get to figure it out. And I just hate when other people come in, and it's like, okay, have you ever had an orchid? You're not supposed to water those things that much, because they're like some kind of desert plant. Well, it's like someone coming in and screaming, like, they're like, that's a really pretty flower, I have to fucking drench it in water, and then it shrivels up and, like, dies. And you're just like, I just wanted to live in what I needed to live in. But instead, you decided to drown me in water that I barely needed. And honestly, it's really sucky when you're surrounded by people that don't understand what you are as anything. Like, people who get shit on for being artists, or any of that. Like, whatever you are, you should be allowed to like the things you like. And people shouldn't fucking make you feel like shit for it. You have a kid that wants to be a mechanic, whatever, who gives a shit if it's a boy or a girl. You have a kid that wants to go build fucking houses. You have a kid that wants to fucking play guitar. Do this and that. Teach your kid how to fucking have their skill or have that thing that they want, but also be a fucking human being in all other aspects. Teach them how to live a life. Teach them to fucking be better. Don't suffocate them to be what you never could be, because that's over now. That's over, and this is your legacy to be better, and do better, and fucking enjoy the things they fucking like. And do the things that they like. Like, you can definitely teach your kid shit that you loved, but never ever think that, like, hey, they have to love it. Because in all honesty, if you're that parent, fucking smash your face into a fucking mirror. Just fucking break that mirror on your face. I hope to God you bleed. Because you need to take a good, long, fucking hard look in the mirror and go, guess what? My life may have been ruined when I was younger, but I still have time now. I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want with my life. Unless you have children, you do have to definitely put your children first, but it's not too complicated for you to somehow figure out how to weasel in the things that you want into that point in time. Like, don't think of it as a career type idea. Think of it now as your hobby, because that's what it would be. It's now for your enjoyment, because you already have a life. Whatever you wish to do in it, do it for your enjoyment, because, again, you already have a life. Like, now you have that choice to do it just for fun. Literally just for funsies. So don't force your kid to do the things that you never could do, because now you can still do them. So stop being shitty to your children is basically what I wish to say, because honestly, I have lived a very suffocating life. And I hated it. Because I could have been taught a lot of the things that I did learn anyways. But I fucking hate the fact that I went through life the way I went through it. And I fucking hate the fact that no one gives a shit about me. No one fucking cares, because if they did, they wouldn't be telling me I'm, like, wrong. Or not quite wrong, but they'd be like, they wouldn't be acting the way they would act when I tell them that my fucking tooth hurts, and I know how my tooth feels when it's fucking wrong and broken, and blah blah blah. And then they just kind of like, oh yeah, well, you know, it hurts for this long or that, and I'm like, no, I understand my body. And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, and it actually, like, did, or maybe this, or, and I'm like, no, I really understand my body, and none of my teeth have ever hurted when I've gotten fillings or anything. And then I'm like, and this one just hurts and it feels wrong and I hate the fact it's sharp when I try and floss my teeth. It rips and tears. Like, I can't floss my teeth because it just shreds, and then I get I get dental floss stuck in between my teeth, and I'm like, I just hate myself because I have to try and dental floss my teeth like 10 times. Like, it's not good. My teeth are really fucked up. And they're like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, well, does it hurt when you touch your teeth? Does it hurt when you do this? Does it hurt when you eat that? Does it hurt? Because trust me, I know it's never hurted. But, yeah, I'm just really pissed off. I'm really pissed off that I've had a very suffocating fucking life, and no one acknowledges me, and no one fucking even bothers. No one cares anymore. No one gives a fuck. They're all fucking disgusting, because I don't know why they act like they care when they don't. Because clearly if they did care, they wouldn't be making me feel like shit for small stuff, like my tooth is fucking broken, and I want to tell the stupid dentist that they broke it, or like they didn't break it, but they just did something wrong. I don't know, I feel really gross, but I want to sleep, and I'm done. I'm fucking done. I hate it. I hate everything. I'm not even being a fucking angsty teen. I'm literally like, I've had 90% of people, actually, probably 99, like 97, maybe like 96. Maybe like 96% of people have fucked me over. Okay, wait, hold on, I got this. Like, 96% of all my friends and anybody, like, around me has most likely fucked me over. And, probably about 70, no, at least, like, 82% of all the people that have been, like, around me personally have been, like, sexually fucked up and abusive towards me, or something along those lines. About 90% of people around me have been very suffocating. I'm gonna say about 90% of the people around me are very controlling and fucked up and very much so abusive and very horrible, to the point that I'm not allowed to be me or any of that. I don't know, I've pretty much gotten rid of all my shitty friends in the past. From the past, and I hope to God they don't make it to my future ever. But, yeah, like, I've dealt with a lot of fucked up shit, and I'm really not, like, I'm okay, but, like, I'm, like, not quite, like, drunk, and not quite, like, high, but probably both. And so I'm just, like, not out of it, but, like, I'm here, and I'm focused, and I'm in this moment to the point, like, it's weird, my body shuts it down to the point that it just shuts off, and I'm not actually high or drunk, but as soon as I move, I'll feel it again, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, I just kind of, like, hyper-process things sometimes now, a lot of the time, and it's fucking weird, but it's fine, because it keeps me somewhat safe, and yeah, no, it keeps me hella safe. I've always been, like, decently hella safe, unless it was something I really could not control, because I'm gonna tell you now, I've controlled every fucking thing that I could control to keep myself out of the shitty situations, but somehow the shitty situations always fucking happen. Always. And I'm done. No matter what I did, it was out of my hands, is what I'm saying at that point. Because it was just not something that I could properly control, and that is why the fucked up things happened, and that is why, yes, I will definitely say I could have done better, and it's on me, and it's, like, my fault, but I'm also pissed off about the shitty people that took advantage of me, and the shitty people that just fucked me up. The people that the people that were fucked up, okay? And I'm not trying to play the victim, and I'm not trying to act like the victim, because now I know I will never be the victim again. Because I would rather take someone out with my own life, as in I would fight for my life. And if anything went down, it'd be like, you'd have to fucking take my life. Like, it would have to be worth it to you to fucking take me out. Because I will tell you that I will fight fucking claw and teeth to break someone who tries anything to me that I am not okay with. You know? Like, I just won't. I'm not dealing with it. I mean, I am dealing with it. I would deal with it. I would hurt someone if they did not understand that my nose and or whatever, because it's, like, hard to explain that very much so tone and shit like this and what you do does not equal consent or things like this. I genuinely had some jackass tell me that him sticking his dick inside of me uncondom was my fault because in the morning after chatting with him, all I did was hop and, like, sit on his stomach. And that gave him the right to do these fucked up things that I actually did not enjoy, but couldn't process until after. Then he says that it is my fault, and shit like I grabbed his dick. No, I did not. I would not touch his dick, seeing as how it revolts me, and I do not enjoy other people's genitals, other than Kane's and a few other one other person's genitals, two other person's genitals. Because I was thinking about it and I was like, well, Nick became my boyfriend for a reason. Because he wasn't disgusting. And I didn't care. And I was like, I like you. You know, you're not gross. And whatnot. So, yeah. 3 people's genitals. The only people's genitals I would touch. Like, ever. Probably not now, though, because I'm definitely thinking about the genitals that I've, like, pictured and or have in my headspace somewhere. But people are disgusting, and they disgust me, and this person fucked me up and fucked me over, and when I tried to bring it up to my mom and how I genuinely wanted to kind of, like, somehow involve police, because it was very fucked up, the situations that went down before and after, and just the whole creepy debacle and whatnot was really fucked up. And I can't even explain it to you because my brain just doesn't register it as it exists anymore because, in all honesty, it was a fucked up situation and it got resolved in a really fucked up way to a point that even though, like, I called to try and apologize, all he did was make fun of me with some new bitch and a bunch of other shit, and it got fucked up, and then I called Trevor to go walk in the rain with me. And then he made me feel okay. And somehow it all just went away. And I don't know. It was good. There's like some really gnarly itchy. Is this how I die? There's just things crawling down my back, like fucking gnawing on me or some shit. I hope not. That'd be really disgusting. It'd be really disgusting. Yeah, I've had to deal with a lot of disgusting people, and a lot of disgusting fuck. My brain registered the drunkenness. Shit. there's a lot of like really disgusting people that surround me that make me feel like nothing I ever have experienced or gone through, they make me feel like it doesn't exist. They make me feel like my life is not real. They make me feel like I don't exist. They make me feel like I will never exist. They make me feel like shit. In all honesty, it's not fun, and I hate it. It is the bloody worst feeling in the fucking world. Because it just suffocates me into a bloody ball. I don't exist. I am nothing. Therefore, I am not happy, and I am nothing, and I feel nothing. I do not exist. Therefore, I feel non-existent. Nothing. And they don't seem to fucking get how suffocating that is because they don't want to. Because they don't fucking care. They don't give a shit, and I don't exist. I don't exist.